Hello, work life warriors. I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to compass and do the final book review for Teaming. I'm more than halfway through it. I'll be finished it probably by the end of the night tomorrow morning. So, this will be the last video, but I kind of want to talk about something, a reoccurring theme in the book, which is physiological or psychological safety. Sorry. And so, it talked a lot about in work environments how people won't speak up and say what's on their mind because they're fearful of the consequences. And I've seen this so many times in the work environment where people won't say what they really feel. Um, I don't, okay. So for me, this was a very interesting, so far a very interesting discussion of it because for me that is or was never an issue of mine. I've always kind of been internal, like my locus of control is internal, and so I set my own values, and I kind of always make sure my actions align with my own values. And so even if that meant, which I never even consider in a situation like, oh, what are the consequences? Because I got out of the habit of trying to fortune tell, or predict what is going to happen because it's not beneficial. I'll just rather feel the consequences when it do happen, as opposed to try to guess in the moment and steal my joy in the moment. So I learned to not, practice fortune telling anymore. So I just kind of wait for the consequences. I never consider what the consequences, as far as what other people will think of me, because that's not really my business. Now, consequences as far as if someone would get hurt or things like that, but as far as perception of if people would think I'm incompetent because I asked a question, or if I needed some clarification, or I just don't think about these things. I don't consider what will people think about me. What would they say about me? I don't consider it. So I've always had an internal locus of control. And so when it in this world in general, you won't have safety, not psychological safety, not physical safety, not emotional safety. Nothing can really protect you from being hurt, but you can't be broken. I mean, outside of death, you can't be broken. These things can build you. You can create resiliency. You can create anti-fragility, but they only break you if you allow it to break you, right? You can do anything you want with the experiences that you have that you can't control, right? So, um, without figuring out how can we as a society, as a community, as employers and employees, find a way for people to shift from external locus of control to internal locus of control, so everyone can speak up regardless of feeling safe or not, because safety is not something that we can guarantee. And if we can't guarantee safety, then so many things fly under the radar. People die, we lose lives, we hurt people, we hurt ourselves because we're too afraid to speak up or look a certain way, and it doesn't really help anyone. It doesn't serve anyone when we do it. So it's best for us to shift. And that's why when I go to companies or when I talk to people, my number one um, solution to everything, or I believe the solution to everything, is personal development or self development and personal mastery. We have to focus on that. We spend all our lives preparing for careers, but we do not have the self development or personal mastery skills so that we can, cohesively work together, so we can create synergy, so that we can look after each other as opposed to looking after ourselves and our image and what people would think about us. It's kind of egotistical in a little vein when you think about it, if you're worried about what other people would think about you, as opposed to making sure that your actions align with your values or what you value in this world. And so in general in teams, which is just you and any other person. You have to know who you are so that you can make the best decisions that will impact everyone involved, instead of you just conforming and try to people please just so there's no conflict or people don't think of you a certain way. And so, again, the solution that I will always tell individuals and companies, and I practice what I preach in my own companies, is self development and personal mastery must be a priority. People need to have a growth mindset and actively try to learn and grow and develop, or it will stand in the way of your professional goals or anything that a company or the society we're trying to achieve. Those weaknesses will stand in the way. And so, as a society, as a company, as a community, as a person, because it starts at the individual level, we have to put our personal development first. It has to be a priority. You have to do the work. You have to want to do the work. You have to want to do it for yourself, and you have to want to do it for your family, your community, your employer, and society. In the world that we live in, it is our responsibility to show up and show out and do it with according to the things that we value, and make sure that our actions are not hurting people, but we are being the solution that we want to see in the world. So I really enjoyed this book. It was great. I only have about maybe like 75 more pages. I'll finish it out. And it was a good read. Please tell me what you think about it in the comments. Have you read this book? What do you think about teaming? What do you think about safety? What do you think about being yourself and creating your own values and aligning your values with how you show up in the world? As always, I hope this helps. Reading is so beneficial to you. Stress management is beneficial to your health and well being, and your brain is a muscle that you must work. So try to read every day, at least try to read a book a week or one a month. Go out of your way to train your brain, and you will see the benefits. I hope this helps, work life warriors. Have a great day.